So I'm actually at my uncle's place, and this is the if you have watched my video, this is actually my home setup. It's a very simple machine. It's a simple grinder. So let me bring back the camera, right? Let me get my breakfast. Monet, come here. Monet. Monet, come here. Monet. Hey, morning, bro. Not working today, so I'm gonna make coffee at home. Let's just wait for a short while. Okay, right now I'm using. Okay, let me get my spectacles. Okay, currently what you are seeing is a setup at my uncle's place. I have my quick Mill Rubino fitted with flow control. Okay. Simple breakfast, some bread, and then my boy is next to me, waiting to be fed. 19-year-old beagle. Okay, Mona, sit down. Mona. Right. Okay, so let's get started. It's a heat exchanger. Right, maybe I just show you. Right, this is it. Look very much like the Rocket Apartamento. Actually functions exactly the same. Just that it's non-PID. Hi, VS. Yes, he's just next to me. 19-year-old. Yes. Good boy. Yeah, I couldn't bring him to the shop, so yeah. All right, so this is the heat exchanger. Nothing special, right? Basically, fitted flow control is really a wonderful thing, right? I think it's really short saver. And on here, this is actually my vintage collection. It's from Quick Mill also. I think this is produced in the 1970s. It has flow control as well on this machine, right? It's one single thermal block. You can control the steam through the flow control. You can also control the flow of water via the flow control system, right? So can you imagine in 1970s, they have already got such an advanced system. And look at the portafilter with the steam, right? This is something that you probably never see before, right? Look at it, right? Produce steam, the thermal block produce steam from here and the steam comes out from here, right? And of course, they come with two portafilter, one for producing steam and one for producing normal coffee, right? The other one is here, right? This is the vintage style, right? It comes with plastic temper, of course, right? You can see that the basket looks vintage really, yeah, but still works really well, right? You can see there's no spring inside, plastic handle, yeah. This is amazing stuff, right? produced in the 1970s and still works until now. Simple vibratory pump, right? So let me do a quick flush. I fitted, I believe, with IMS. I've been using this machine for, I think, 4 years, 5 years. Look at the water that's coming out. Really nicely. Yeah, I can control the flow to the zero. Right, so yeah, let me pull a shot. Okay, maybe I should flip my camera around. Okay, so I'm going to use the DF64 Gen 1. This is my very first DF64, right? Still working up to now. I think after using for 2 years plus, I have to change the board. So the board has been replaced. So it's like new, fitted with SSP high uniformity burrs inside. Right, coffee usually I store in canister. Still smells great, very chocolatey. I believe it's my Harmonic Elegance blend. And at home, I don't usually use, you can see I have no weighing scale here. Right, just do a quick flush. Okay, let me get a piece of cloth. So this is how I do my morning coffee at home if I'm at my uncle's place. I'll just make it higher. Hang on. Tripods. Not very stable. Okay, I'm going to pull it up. Okay, this will be better. Okay, let me right. Okay, so this is how I do my coffee at home. Without a scale, basically I just dose blindly. Not say blindly, of course I know how much this basket can hold. Right, and I will just go around it. Right, use my palm, fill the gap, close my hopper, pump out the air. Right, use my dosing cup. Right, this grinder has been modded with my declumper. So later you will see that it does not have much static to it. Okay, not too sure whether I can zoom in here. Let me see. Let me try it. Oh, can. Okay. Hi, VS morning. Right, so my hopper is converted to my brother Thomas design. So I just pour inside. Right, put my dosing cup there. Right, the ground is really good. Then basically, right, we'll do a simple WDT, even though this one doesn't really requires WDT. Usually use my hand. Right, distribute it. I think I may have overdosed a little bit, but never mind. I have the flow control to save me. right? And actually don't even need to tamp down. I can tell that it's very firm. Part screen is a must, right? Let me show you the extractions from below, right? Okay, see how, okay, not too bad. Okay, let me zoom in, right? So you can see the shot. All right, looks good. Okay, this one you can do a half switch, right? That means the water is already start to trickle out, right? Then you do a full. You can hear the vibratory pump working in the background. Look at that. Don't need much with measuring or whatsoever, and it's visually pleasing. Good espresso, no squirting whatsoever. And this beans is not exactly very fresh. I believe it's at least 3 to 4 weeks. Most important is how you store it, right? Right. Good extraction. Now we will try to steam the milk, right? I do not have Meiji milk at home, so I'm using UHT actually. But it doesn't taste the best, but it's okay, right? So, and I use a very tiny milk jug at home, right? Because I don't use a lot of milk. Right? And if you look at how powerful the steam of the Rubino is, right? This is from a single boiler. That's how you do it. It's ready. Wipe it down. As usual, the same thing I do in cafe. Okay. Okay, not the best, but it's okay. So simple heat exchanger is all you need at home. No need something fancy, right? But I think flow control is something you should consider if you are using the E61 group, right? Definitely, I must say, it's a must if you are looking for different flavor. Hi, morning, West. Yes, I'm at home actually at my uncle's place. So just doing a short live on how I brew coffee at home, right? And I have quite a number of collections of the figurines. I love Dragon Ball, right? So Dragon Ball is one of my favorite Japanese animations. Got to get your view on the particular brand. Sure, let me know. Right. All right. So let me bring down my camera. Yes. Oh, okay. That's a very good grinder. But personally, I think in terms of price versus specs, nowadays there's many grinders that's able to produce. I will not say same similar quality, but I will say very close. For example, my DF64 Gen 1, right, is Singapore dollar $500. I upgraded it to SSP high uniformity, and the coffee they produce is so good, right? So I think should focus on the burst set rather than the brand itself, right? So I know Weber is very famous for producing good brew sets, right? Same as Option O, right? So these are companies that are famous for producing very aesthetically pleasing grinders and priced astronomically high. A lot of people say that those are the end game grinders, but personally, I think yeah, it's something that if you have money, you can buy, right? But for us, the typical normal people, just want good coffee, right? You don't have to spend a lot of money on the grinders. The DF64 or Gen 1, Gen 2, version 1. Just don't get DF83, right? EG1 is good, right? EG1 is good. It's good too. Yeah. Ultra Burst. Personally, I've not used them before, but I've seen them in action. So I cannot really give you my advice. Everything that I'm actually sharing with you is actually based on my perceptions of the grinder and the price point you're getting at. Because even the Lagom P64 is close to $2,000, I think. And I don't think it produced significantly better coffee than my SSP fitted DS64 Gen 1. And the price is like, with one of my grinder with SSP 15, you can buy three of my grinder. Right? So I'm not too sure whether it's justifiable. Right? I think the Chinese machine has really disrupted the market and make you think whether you should pay so much for a grinder, right? Yeah. So that's my opinion. Lagom 01, I have a friend who have tested it. 01, I think the comment was wait for maybe a few months because the stock burr is not the best. That's from one of my friends who visited the cafe in yeah, the same cafe that we talk about in France, right? He has a Lagom 01, and he doesn't like the burrs that's fitted. So he says that SSP is producing a burr that's coming out to be swappable on the Lagom 01. So just wait for the burr. Yeah. And wait for more reviews on how the burr is before you jump into it. Yeah, all these burrs, I think commercially, if you use it in a cafe, 83, 98 makes sense. But at home, anything more than 64, I think you're just chasing the marginal returns of the taste of coffee, right? It doesn't improve the coffee that great. There's too many factors affecting the taste of coffee. You know, how well do you know your roaster? How well your roaster roast your beans? Um, how well you manage the heat on your machines, how well you manage the flow on the machine, how well you manage the pressure on the machines, how well you yeah, there's too many factors. How good is your grinders? There's too many factors. Yeah, grinders being one of them. If you have good grinders and you don't prepare your puck well, it will lead to channeling and you not get a good extractions. Yeah, so all these things plays a part in making a very good cup of coffee. So yeah, you're correct. Yeah, it's called the substance. Yeah, right. And the other cafe that my friend visit is called the Kawa, Kawa, right? Kawa Cafe, I think it's called Kawa. He shared with me a bag of coffee, right? It's still pretty light and underdeveloped yet, so I'm still waiting for it to fully develop. Yeah, their coffee is pretty decent. It's pretty good. Yeah, you went to Kawa? I've not been to France actually personally. I went to Italy. Yeah, for the yeah to visit my suppliers. Terrace the cafe. Okay, so if I have a chance to go there. By the way, where I didn't really catch where you're from. You're also coffee professional, right? In the same line? Ah, Florida, US. Okay. Okay, nice to meet you. Yeah, so today's live is going to be a shorter one because basically just showcase, how I do my coffee at home. Ah, okay, a major hobbies. Okay, I thought you're also a coffee professional, right? Yeah. So yeah, thanks for joining. Uh, I'll have my breakfast. Right. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be doing a live for about an hour. Right. So I'll see you there.